Hi, my name is Nagesh Rajanala and I'm a volunteer with the OSA Society of America's Health and Wellness Group. Over the last many weeks, I've been bringing reports of the activities of the project in the state of Orissa, India. We had to take a quick break from reporting for the last couple of weeks, but rest assured, the services on the ground have been continuing and we've been doing a lot of work, and we're excited to share all of that today. So you will remember that we started services in a few cities in the state of Orissa. There was Titlagarh in the west side of Orissa. There was Sambalpur, which is also on the western side of Orissa. Then on the east side, we had services in Bhubaneswar, in Berhampur, Ganjam district, and very recently we started in the city of Puri, which is very close to Bhubaneswar, known for the famous Jagannath temple, and also in the city of Bhadrak, very close from there as well. We are very happy to report that the progress has been extremely good and the benefits are reaching people who really need them, and things are moving very smoothly. In terms of the work done, as you are aware, the wave 2 numbers have come down considerably. The situation has stabilized, the availability of beds in hospitals has increased, and the patients are able to access the medical services. However, wave 3 appears to be starting, and we are watching it very closely, and we are very well prepared to service and help people on the ground in case wave 3 becomes a challenge. Apart from that, we are also delivered the ambulances in the city of Titlagarh. It is in operation, and also in Bhubaneswar. The migrant assistance, as we have informed before, is something that we haven't been able to deliver this time for just lack of demand. In wave 1, we had seen a very huge inflow of migrants from outside of the state, but in wave 2, we just haven't seen that demand come up. So we are helping individuals as and when we see the need. To report on specific operations in the various cities, in Bhubaneswar, as you're aware, we have been providing prepared meals in the AIMS hospital for attendance of patients who've come from outside of the city. We also have provided meals at the SCB Medical College in Cuttack. And as I mentioned earlier, we started the services in Puri. We tied up with a new partner there, Happiness Foundation. We are very excited to have them on board, and we will share more details in a little bit about how they're providing service. We are also providing home delivery of prepared meals for patients who call and need and register a need for the food. The patients and the families who are unable to provide for themselves are also receiving these services. Apart from Bhubaneswar, we are also very well organized in the city of Berhampur in Ganjam, and as you can see on the right side of your screen, there are a lot of small rural villages that we've been able to access with the help of our partners, the Rotary Club of Berhampur and the Ganjam Chamber of Commerce, and we've been able to provide ration services and grocery services in these very small villages that are in desperate need for the services. We are also very successfully providing vaccine for food and supporting people who are getting the vaccine and who are appreciating an inflow of grocery to help them cope if they get into if they have fever or not feel well for the next few days. Apart from Berhampur, we are very excited to also talk about the city of Titlagarh and the rural work that we are doing there. The Food for Vaccine program has been extremely successful and the demand has grown a lot. We are seeing people from villages eager now to take the vaccine and asking when they can come for the vaccine and receive the food, the grocery for the week after the vaccine. Let me now take you to the videos that we have from the various locations, and I will provide the commentary about the services that we are providing there. What you're seeing here is members of the Happiness group. I'll provide a quick background about this group. So this was a group of college students who were self-funding some relief operations in the city of Puri, and they have been doing this for a while, and it was brought to our attention that they were doing good work and servicing the people in that city. When we spoke to them first, they were supplying a one item meal, a vegetable rice that was nutritious and a single meal to people. And after we spoke to them, we encouraged them to try and expand their operations with the funding that the Health and Wellness Group provided to a larger tray of food with a more wholesome meal for each tray. And they were smart enough to latch on to all of the guidance that were provided by our team, and they were able to organize the kitchen and the chefs to make the food that was 4 different things in the tray, and along with water, and they supplied 400 of them each Sunday for the last. This is the third week, so they've done it 3 Sundays in a row, and extremely successfully, very well organized. They organize themselves for hygiene extremely well. You can see masks, you can see gloves, you can see social distancing. To the extent possible, there is a low touch operation, and they added a touch of sanitizer as well to the process. And when the people come in to pick up the meals, they get to clean their hands with the sanitizer. Very proud of this group of youngsters, and we hope to see more of them. Here is the Lions Club of Titlagarh in action. They have been doing about 200 meals every day for the last now 6 weeks, and they are serving the underprivileged in the vicinity of the Lions Club office building, and been a very well received service. These are images that we just received of the members of the Rotary Club of Berhampur. And as you're aware, they have been providing services in the city of Berhampur and also in the villages surrounding in Ganjam district. These images, what you're seeing is they are reaching deep into the rural part of the state, and the roads are not drivable roads. These are roads that are probably accessible only in the summer. But here you go, the team braving it through the woods and getting to the villages that are in desperate need for help. They are running this as a food for vaccine program. So we have received a lot of images about people who are coming to the health center for getting the vaccine, and then they are getting a packet of food or groceries that would serve their families for meals for about a week after they get their vaccine. And this is to help them overcome the time before, if in case they get fever. The images that you're seeing here is the food service that we have at the AIMS hospital, and this is on again on the weekends. There are 1,000 people each weekend who come there to look for meals, because one, the shutdown is still on and it's difficult to find food during the shutdown, and also the fact remains that when there are attendance of patients who come from out of state or out of the city and live there, they find it extremely difficult to get the food. At this point, let's switch topics and discuss with a group of fundraisers within our chapters as to how they did the fundraising activity with the chapters. Hello, everybody. As promised, we have with us some chapter representatives who have been leaders in fundraising for various chapters, and they have been very, very prolific fundraisers, and they manage teams at the various chapter levels. So it's a pleasure to introduce the leaders here. Sarita Patnaik is from Minneapolis. Annie and Mitu are from New Jersey, and Lopa is from Chicago. So it's a pleasure to have them all here, and welcome, and thank you so much for all the work that you've done and all the service that you've provided to the community. The dollars that are being raised are helping a lot of people back in Odisha. So what we'll do in this segment is talk about fundraising strategies, how the teams approached the fundraising challenge,
and tried various ways to raise the funds in spite of other activities and other things that are happening at the chapter level. So let's start with Sarita. Sarita, if you can talk about your chapter in Minneapolis, how large the chapter is, and how you approach the fundraising for this cause.
Hi, I just want to highlight how we did fundraising for OSA Health and Wellness from OSA Minnesota chapter. I'll just give you a background. We are a small community compared to other chapters, maybe 50 to 70 people actively participating. So we did have a challenging things were going on, so that we had our first Gundicha Mandir inauguration during that time. So people were preoccupied and busy and contributing there too. So we had to make a strategy. What we did is we wanted to build it upon trust. So we thought that if people trust you, then they will pay. So we made a 9-people committee for fundraising, and then we asked everyone to reach out to their own friends so that they will feel comfortable while paying, that their money is not going to be wasted. So that was our first strategy. Then we approached philanthropists like Dr. Sitangota Das and other people in our community and try to raise some money that way. And then we have a very good youth involvement. And the youth, they bought Indian snacks and then sell it to the neighborhood, and they raised quite a bit of money, around $1,600 or so. And then we are planning to approach the employees, and I have already approached my employee, and then we are planning to follow up that. So these are our strategies to raise money.
Thank you. That is wonderful to hear, Sarita. So why don't we move on to say the Chicago area? Lopa, if you want to talk through what you did in your side of the fundraising.
Hi, namaskar. My name is Lopa. I'm from Chicago. What we did is basically on behalf of OSA, we kind of did a phone a friend, phone a OSA member, or phone a ORIA relatives, so that we can reach out. So I kind of took the help of my daughter, and she was excited to do that. So what we did, we also created about 10 members community, like a committee, and then from the community, and then we kind of distributed the list and reached out, all of us, all the kids, they reached out, called each members and requested for donation. And after that, we also called up some, like she reached out to her relatives, and they were we got very good contributions. We raised about, from one member, we raised about $3,000, and then another member, we just got $1,000, and then the donations are flowing in, and we really appreciate that. So that's how we have been raising, and it's just follow-ups that we do. And definitely many of the members have already done donations in different organizations, but even coming from us, coming from Odisha people, coming from a kid, they also are encouraged and do it. And the OSA HWG is doing a marvelous job in utilizing the fund and reaching out to the needy people.
Thank you. That is great to hear. And you're right. It is actually how the community gets together and communicates with each other and raise the funds. That's how it works. So thank you for that information. Let's switch now to the New Jersey group. New Jersey has been doing very large amounts every week for the last few weeks. So very ably led by Mithu and Annie. So Mithu, do you want to start talk about what fundraising strategies we used and how we organized ourselves to do this?
Hi, I am Mithu Pati from Newark, New Jersey chapter, and my group member Annie is also here. We have so many fundraising group members, and Annie is one of them. We understand the situation, COVID-19 situation in Odisha is dire, and we are reaching out to help. Therefore, we have taken many initiatives. such as chapter contribution, calling people, advertising in social media, matching employers' contribution, selling foods. Annie will talk about chapter contribution and matching employers' contribution and selling foods. And she's really taking leads in the chapter contribution and selling foods. Selling foods, I would like to recognize our Newark, New Jersey ISKCON Temple to cook food and sending the proceeds to our COVID fundraising efforts. And lastly, I would like to recognize our youth. They are doing a fantastic job in raising funds.
Thank you. That was wonderful to listen. So, Annie, tell us more. I believe the temple event for raising food by providing food to raising dollars by providing food to everybody was very successful. Please do talk about that. Also curious as to how, as a chapter, we were able to donate a large amount almost in the beginning of the fundraising campaign.
Thank you, Nagesh, and thank you, Mitunani. Actually, we started this fundraising, like every year we have some fundraising activities. So this year, everybody knows this is COVID. Then we focus on why are we doing this fundraising. So what we did is we reached out to the inner circle, especially our inner circle, and we gave personal calls, and people are very generous. They know they have trust on us. So they know that money is going to the right place. So that Mitunani has already covered. Second, we did is Puri style prasad distribution. So what is it means, like we have ISKCON temple where they prepared the prasad, like Puri style prasad, like adna, dali, and different kinds of varieties of food. And we sold it to almost, I don't have the count. We generated close to $3,000, and people are generous to give money for this cause. They know the money is going to the right place. And after that, we do another thing is post updates. So we keep on posting our updates in our OSA HWG WhatsApp group. So people are aware that how much the temple is doing and how much we are doing as members to contribute to this cause. So that's where they are also encouraged, not only Odia people outside and everybody coming forward and helping to this cause. And third thing is company matching. Company matching is a great success. We had it previously, and we try to implement this year. So we asked the employers matching program, and we did really excellent job. I don't have the amount how much we did, but we did an excellent job on company matching. We set a goal. How much we can go and have the company matching. And now not only us, we are working, but our kids have started doing the same. They are also planning to do the company matching. I know that my kid was telling, like, I reached out to this, she's working in GE, the company matching works in there. So not only they see the parents are doing, and kids are influenced by what we are doing. So that's what we are passing to the second generation. They see from us. We don't have to tell them what we are doing. Third thing is, very important thing is 2021, Newark, New Jersey, with our current EC members, they did a summer camp initiative. And from that, we got $5,000 from the OSA HWG chapter contribution to COVID. So this is I'm not telling that I'm from Newark, New Jersey chapter. It is the way our chapter always works. We always strive to give more. It is not giving giving is just making a donation. It is just you are making a difference to the community. That's what we always strive for. I'm here for 25 years in the chapter, and we have seen this. This is not COVID related. Anything comes, funny comes. We always move. We always go extra step to help. Thank you. And Nagesh can explain about the summer camp initiative, how much we got. So Nagesh, go from here.
I'll talk a little bit about the summer camp that we did both in 2020 and 2021. So essentially, in a fundraising mode, you can only get so much by appeal of the cause, right? People feel emotional about the cause and they want to contribute and so on. At some point, they would have said, for this cause, this is what I'm willing to support. The way another thought we had was how to fundraise by value. And by that, I mean that what can we give that is of value to our members and families? And in return for that value, they would say, I'm willing to pay this much towards the cause, right? And the summer camp was something like this, right? So we have 6 weeks of Zoom classes for children. And we request a donation of $15 a week. So that's $90 for 6 weeks. And last year we had 110 students enroll. And this year we have close to 150 students enrolled for the summer camp. And the children receive value because these are lessons that they get, which are valuable for them for the next school year. The parents receive value because it's a very small a donation to have a child engaged in something which is productive. And a lot of the teachers are high school students. So they receive value because they come and volunteer and they get volunteer certificates that they can use towards their college application. So it is this value framework that we were able to stitch together, and the byproduct is the dollars that we raise through that, and those dollars can be contributed towards charitable work. So that's how the summer camp is organized, and similar initiatives can be organized around it. Mithu, I'll give you the last word. Can you give a message to the community in terms of the why this is very important, and in terms of the next few weeks that we have for fundraising, and appeal to people to step forward and help out?
Yes, actually, first of all, I'm just going to thank you all who have already contributed to OSA fundraising, COVID fundraising efforts. We also do a weekly call just to know the status of our members. They update us what they are doing, how much they have raised. And this is another way also, we just get the status update and encourage our members also. They are encouraged by knowing what is going on. So we are pretty transparent. That's another thing I saw that helped us. And lastly, I would like to tell who have not contributed as of now, if they can step up to the plate and did their part as ODA community member.
That is wonderful. Thank you for that message. And thank you all of you for your service and the work that you've done so far. We will continue to stay in touch with you. Hopefully the steps that you've taken for fundraising will help us raise more funds. And eventually all of the funds are moving to Odisha, and we are getting a lot of good reports in terms of how the funds are helping people and saving lives. So thank you all for your service, and we will stay in touch with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nagesh, for the commendable job.